Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. We've been busy checking our list and checking it twice. Making our lists and checking it twice. The list is already made for us. Regardless, completely seasonal jokes aside, I'm going to get back into our career mode save. Resume the saved. I still have to delete the ones that I was trying to recover when the save got corrupted, but pay no attention to that. We unlocked a bunch of new parts in the last episode and started to discover the tracking of objects near Kerbin objects, and NKOs, I suppose you could say. NKOTBs. Somebody make that work as an acronym. But we have this one. Let me select those. We have the small one that we first discovered is going to come in for its closest pass, and it will get as close as 10 million meters. So 10,000 kilometers, which is still pretty far out, man. I don't know how far is that from the moon? Where's the moon? Let's select everything again. Let's look back at landed at the moon. All right, how far away is the moon? To be honest, the moon is 11. Oh, okay. So this one is actually going to pass within the that's good news. Within the orbit of the moon, at least the distance. I don't know where it's going to come, at the poles or in the sides or whatever. I thought I would have to be going way out here. But we're going to attempt our first attempt at attempting attaching ourselves and rendezvousing and hopefully capturing an asteroid. I believe that asteroid was a smaller class one. Class A, yeah, so it's the smallest one. No more than a few meters across. So the ship I've built might be a little bit overkill. And that's all right. There's nothing wrong with that in Kerbal Space Program. But I've decided to experiment a bit with the new parts, the NASA, the SLS-inspired parts. I have called it... I gotta clean out my parts list here. The Upside Downer 1000. I don't know why, but that's the name of it. Actually, I do know why. You will see as we go up top. Let me zoom out, because these parts are ginormous. I haven't tested this. I have no idea if it's going to fly. I honestly don't know if I have the staging wrong. I'm starting to think maybe these liquid fuel boosters will run out before this gigantic solid fuel booster, but that's the way I have it staged. But all the way up here, I've called it the Upside Downer because these engines are on Upside Downy. And that is because I'm going to attach with this pimple of a thing, the attachment grappling hook thing, to the asteroid, and then I'm going to tug it. As we've learned many, many times, it's much easier to pull like a train than to push like a thing that pushes. So we're going to do it that way. I have no idea if this is going to work. I haven't even chosen a crew. We have Hadcass, Sivan, and Alsby Kerman. I gotta start filling out the astronaut complex. I think that just happens automatically, but these are our brave souls who are going to attempt to rendezvous and capture this tiny little asteroid. I would like to choose a new mission flag. Let's choose the spy chicken. Oh no. Now I'm going to select... Watch this. I'm going to attempt not to, but if I click accept, I'm going to select that part and it's going to disconnect and everything's going to fall apart. Yeah. Okay. We did all right, but now we have our mission flag. Not really so much a science mission. I did attach all of the available science things to the side of the capsule and a few goo things, but I don't have any of these other... ooh, bubble in the throat. Any of these other... the science modules, just because you don't know where to attach them. The problem with this thing, the grappling hook, is once you attach it to a point, you can't put anything over the top of it. Like, I wanted to attach it to the bottom, and then have this whole stage underneath, just hidden, and then when it disconnects, it's revealed, but that doesn't work, so that's why I had to create this upside down, or 1000. I forgot to make a custom action group for my solar panels. Toggle those panels with the number 1, and... like, what is... Is there anything I can release, decouple, toggle arming? Oh god. I'm assuming I'll be able to do that with right clicks and selections. I'm not going to be needing to make action groups for that, but yeah, I think we're ready to go. We have a crew, we have an action group, we this time do indeed have a radio to transmit science, whatever science we may be getting. Let us go to the launch pad. Not really planning on needing to rendezvous with our refueling station in orbit. Ooh, that seems unstable. Also very not aerodynamic. Here's the look from within. Yeah, not the look you wanna, not the view you want to see out the side of the window in engine. But, oh, there's the VAB. That's kind of cool to be able to see that. But yeah, we are ready to go. I suppose I could. Well, let's get back outside. I suppose I could. Oh, well, that's kind of perfect, actually. I could make it so if I need to, I can rendezvous with my refueling tugboat and whatnot. As you'll notice, I did in my attempt to be somewhat... No, I can't even look at it. Whoa! To be somewhat planning ahead, I've attached the grappling hook to an actual docking port. I'm imagining I might capture this asteroid in a wonky orbit, but then run out of fuel, so I want to give the opportunity for another spacecraft to come up and attach just via the grappling hook, and not need to bring its own grappling hook. I don't know, planning too far ahead, but we are going to launch, and already I've noticed an inconsistency in my staging. Those are those engines going all at the same time, as well as those. Then those disconnect first, and then those second, and then I have an intermediate stage there. All right, our first test to capture an asteroid with the Upside Downer 5000, or 1000? Sorry, this is just the 1000, guys. I didn't sell you the 5000 model, but we're going to throttle up. I don't know how powerful these engines are. I don't know, like I said, even if this thing will get to orbit. But we're going to find out in 3, 2, 1. Whoa! They sound a lot different, that's for sure. Cool. I like the more throaty sound. That's very, very interesting indeed. All right, we do have an overheat situation happening though, and as unfortunately expected, we are running out of liquid fuel booster more than we are of our solid fuel booster. So I've throttled down a little bit to hopefully mitigate that issue. And having these things upside down poses no problem whatsoever, because we don't have to worry about aerodynamics in the game quite yet. Quite yet. Although I still went through the trouble of adding these ugly cones, because I haven't unlocked the bigger cones, nose cones, for whatever reason. They are in a much higher tier of science unlockage than other things are. Alright, so it looks like we're going to stage our boosters at about the same time. It's unfortunate, but alright, I'm going to throttle up. Alright, there those go. Whoa, those went the wrong way! Those went the wrong way. That was improperly situated separatrons. Okay, let's just see what we can do with this. We pretty much came to a stop. I'm also testing to see how fast this drains fuel. Pretty dang fast. Whoa, that is an engine and a half. I might be able to get into orbit with this. All right, this upper stage I have might be a little bit too much. Maybe I should swap those around. Whoa! Whoa! Easy there, big fella. Yikes. Wow, yeah, that's like the new mainsail. It's bigger than the new mainsail. Maybe I should use that as my launch engine and not the 4-engine pod situation. Because, wow. Alright, and we're out of fuel. Yeah, that's probably going to have to be the thing I need to do. See you later, guys. And actually, in a strange design flaw, I am going to have to flip around. And... whoa. Fly backwards. Oh, yeah. I should really just be giving up is what I should be doing. This thing isn't going to get to orbit. And it's quite pointless for me to even try. I don't even have a docking port to refuel or anything. And this thing sucks down the fuel as well. Maybe I should replace those with atomic engines? Would that be... unnecessary? Unneeded? Oh, come on. I need that up. Because this is pretty inefficient as well. Yeah, that's crazy. A little bit hot. A little bit hot next to these engines, would you say? I'd say. You can see them gimbaling, which is kind of cool. Oh, and I gimbaled my way out of orbit here. How do I get back to my... oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do at all. There, nope. C for camera. Yeah, no, we're coming down. That's quite unfortunate. Sorry, guys. You do have a parachute, however, so I think we'll be fine. Although, once again, the staging is improper. There we go. That's better. Ooh, we're at orbital velocity, but we're not at orbital altitude. Yep. Bup. Whoa, what happened to the camera? Because we're at orbital velocity, but we're still within the atmosphere. Oh god, whoa, what am I doing? Yeah, okay, never mind, I changed my mind. Let's just stop these shenanigans and drop back down. And I don't want to go into space. Because I am not prepared for such things as these. Ooh. Yeah, alright. So let's maybe try this again in a moment, huh? How do you like that? Sevan, Hadcasts, and Ellsby. Kerman. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Sevan, Hadcasts, and Ellsby. They landed in the ocean, they were fine, and they decided to try again with a slightly modified rocket. As you can see, my upper stage has ditched the giant engine and put it down on the first stage, but has replaced it with 6, count 'em, 6 kind of exterior engines, I guess you could call those exterior engines, so that's probably not going to work. But we're going to try anyway. Trial and error, the story of my life. We're going to give this another shot. It's now about a sunset. We should be going right now in case we do need to rendezvous with the refueling station. Hopefully we won't. In 3, 2, 1. Whoa, that took a little bit longer to lift off. But this bigger engine sure is big, and it's an engine as well. So hopefully we are able to make it to orbit with this. I hope. One of my initial concerns was that maybe the orange tanks were not draining fuel, but no, they are. Even though these are technically boosters, they still have cross flow of the fuel. That overheated engine is going to give me problems, isn't it? Let's throttle down a little bit. Oh my. Indeed. What does it look like inside the capsule? Looking outside, seeing some atomic engines. Hope you're wearing a lead vest. Oh, that's terrible. Alright, so the solid fuel is going to run out first. I did a little bit of throttle limiting on those liquid boosters to make sure that was the case. I've also adjusted the Separatrons, so hopefully it doesn't fly in our face again and break that stage. Who knows, maybe that would have worked. There that goes. I'm going to throttle up. This is taking a while to get to this higher speed. No, 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 no. Okay. That sort of almost didn't work. And we are dropping speed like a fly caught in molasses. So. Clearly a flawed design here. We're kind of slowing our rapid slowness. The guys are worried. I'm feeling obligated to use these giant parts because that is what they added for the purpose of this update. And I'm starting to list the wrong way. I want to go on the 90-degree, please. So maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should say, screw you, giant parts that really have no place in Kerbal Space Program because they seem like they were actually designed with intelligence in mind. And that is not the Kerbal way. That is not the Kerbal way. Although the way I'm using them, certainly, obviously, is not intelligent whatsoever. Burn! Myself? Burn! Hey, we're picking up speed. We are picking up speed. And we've wasted a half of the fuel that we have here. But that's alright. Hopefully the power of this engine will overcome our obstacles. We might need to refuel after all. Although, the only docking port I have on this spacecraft is taken up by this large, obnoxious knob. And that might be problems, but all right, we're continuing to raise our altitude and our speed. That is better than we can say from the previous attempt. Let's actually, I know this is not quite the time to do it, but let's tilt over a little bit to make this a little bit more efficient of a burn. To burn on the actual direction. As you can see, our exhaust is a little bit opposite of our thrust, so that's kind of wasted oomph. This whole mission is wasted oomph if you get my gist. I don't know if these engines are gonna have, speaking of oomph, the oomph to get us anywhere once we separate. So let's use all the power we can here. Alright, we're above 22,000 meters. Let's look at this. Alright, we're still behind our apoapsis. That's good. Let's get as much speed as we possibly can. We are angled at 50 degrees. Hopefully we can get past 500 meters per second, which is only a fourth of the speed we actually need to get into orbit, but I am a simple person, and I only need simple results. Alright, 500 meters per second, that's good. Alright, we're gonna stage here. Hopefully things don't collide. Yep, they collided. They collided. I jinxed myself. Why did that happen? That, like, popped off like a zit. I'm obsessed with zits at the moment, apparently. That's a lot of wasted space. Oh, nuggets. You will not be going to space today. Perhaps what I should do is retrofit one of my pre-existing designs. Like I said, screw these new parts, screw them, and just retrofit it and fit it. Retrofritters. Retrofit it to have this parachute grappling thing, and then use that to try to rendezvous. I mean, I've been to Elu, for Pete's sake. I can get to a stupid little 2-meter asteroid. Pain in my asteroid. All right, I'll be right back. Remember this? We've had so many successful flights. Remember the bitter taste of defeat and frustration? Savor it. And we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with a much more familiar, tried and true design. This is the lift stage from my tugboats, the heavy lift stages that I get my tugboats into orbit with. Very economical and tried and true. I have added, just for the fun of it, one of the large solid rocket boosters to the side. It fits so nicely. Look, I didn't even have to put a nose cone on it or anything. I just kind of attached it right under there, and it's streamlined. That's probably actually going to last longer than some of these external boosters, but oh well. We're going to attempt, once again, Sivan Hadcass and Alsby Kerman are back. The two previous failures have not fazed them in the least, and we're going to attempt with a much more reasonable rocket. Launching, in this episode, I'm just going to get to orbit for frick's sake, and it's going to take a lot more planning and maneuvering and other stuff that I'm not even sure about in order to get to this silly, whatchamacallit. Oh, the staging seems wrong here. Hold on. Staging seems wrong. What are those? What are these? Yeah, staging is wrong. Oh, that was dangerous. Very dangerous. All right, I need to... Why would you do that? Silly game. You attach a superstructure that you saved before, and then it decides, well, clearly this is the way you wanted things to happen. All right, that goes to that. This happens before I light those engines. And I think we're all set. All right, so here we go, guys. In 3, 2... Wait a minute. This is wrong, too. I thought I fixed this. The solid rocket boosters were just going to fire by themselves. That wouldn't have been good. All right, let's bring these down. No worries, guys, in the capsule. We know what we're doing, really. Really. All right. Take 3 in our third try for liftoff. 3, 2, 1, before we find anything else wrong. Kablooey! And launch. Ooh, that was a weird camera angle, but yeah, okay, we're going up. And going up with some vigor, and yeah, it does appear like the first 2 stages of liquid fuel are going to go before the... Oh, God, no, that's wrong. Okay, I've screwed things up already. Yeah, let's hope I staged that right. Yeah, the first 2 are gonna... Liquid fuel engines are gonna go before the solid fuel. Did I do that right? God, I hope I did that right. Yeah, that would be those, so... Yeah, I did that right. All right, all good. See, that's what's called working on your toes. Jumping on your feet. Twinkle toes. I don't know. All right, we're gonna stage... Let me know when you're out, guys. Yes! Oh, this is a little bit lopsided, but hopefully we're all right. I'm gonna throttle up because we're gonna stage the solid rocket boosters. Don't hit anything, thank you. And we're gonna start our gravity turn because look at that! We've already done much better than our previous attempts with the quote-unquote bigger and better stages and parts that they've given us in Kerbal Space Program. Nay, I say. Nay, like a horse. Horse. Alright, let's get up here, and we're about up to 50. Let's look at this, because with this system, it's so efficient, I often overshoot my orbital insertion. Which is just a silly thing. How are things going on the inside of the capsule? Just fine. A nice view there, right? Yep, he's freaking out. Let's get back outside. When in doubt, stick with what you know, guys. Stick with what you know. A lesson for life and for pastry chefs. Don't ask. Alright, come on, orbit. Oh yeah, this is gonna happen. It's happening! I can actually probably throttle down. Oh yeah, I need to keep it about 2 Gs of acceleration. This is generally the way to go. I heard that on the internet once, so I believed it and have been sticking to it ever since. Check out that staging, nothing running into the different... I don't know why that like exploded the last time. Oh well. Alright, we are definitely going to go to space. Let's continue with this. And yeah, I guess I just have to decide whether or not it would be apt to go to the refueling. Because what I have to do, or what I assume I have to do, I've never done this, is fly out to the asteroid and match its Kerbin escape trajectory, almost as if I'm leaving to Duna or something like that. And then, let's actually throttle off. It's probably wasting fuel. I should wait till I get to my apoapsis, yeah. And then, basically, turn around and try to deorbit the thing back into Kerbin capture. So it's almost like I'm going on an interplanetary journey, but I'm changing my mind before I leave the sphere of influence around Kerbin. And I do believe I get into orbit fairly easy with a bunch of fuel left with this system, so we can't use this main stage to get us towards the asteroid in Questione. And this is a small asteroid, Class A. Whoop, 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 whoop. Class A asteroid. So it's going to be a pain in the A, but also it's lightweight, so the Delta V is not going to be an issue at all. Alright, let's actually... I'm going to throttle off. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Get us closer to the apoapsis, say 30 seconds out. Yep, that's right. And then I'm going to throttle up and actually get us into orbit. Mad orbital mechanics skills that I've got going on right now. Better recognize. Recognize. Alright, so there we are. We're getting into orbit, slowly but surely. There's the asteroid. I just want to get into orbit and stay there a while. And then get closer to when the asteroid actually approaches. I should actually be paying attention to what I'm doing here. You know, instead of waiting for the asteroid to approach and then launch and get into orbit, I want to make sure I'm set for the mission ahead. I'm gonna throttle down a bit. And we should be getting into orbit. That's just hilarious how I can't do it with the new things. I don't look anything up. I know there's probably some special way that all those parts fit together to make something amazing and awesome that gets to orbit every time, and it's totally overpowered, and people are complaining that it negates the use of the orange tanks and the mainsail engines. Well, I say phooey to that noise. Use the engines you wish to use. Deploy your solar panels you wish to deploy. And happy times will be ahead? I don't know. I'm losing my mind. This is what the sting of failure does to me. Alright, I'm going to forego trying to reach the refueling station. I really don't think I need it. So I'm going to raise my altitude to, let's say... Should we go to like 500 kilometers? Because right now we're at 100. So yeah, let's go to 500 by 500. It's kind of a good medium orbit that shouldn't get us into too much trouble, that we can sit and wait to see what this asteroid does and plan our approach. Again, I'm not entirely sure how easy or difficult it is, or how fast the thing is going to whiz by. Like I said, it's going to be coming beneath the orbit of the moon, and it's probably going to be going slower than the moon, so maybe it might not be that hard after all. Is it going to be going slower than the moon? Should be. Shouldn't it? That makes sense, right? Because it's on a much wider orbit. We're talking relative to Kerbin, obviously. All right, 500. And... oh, it's a lot bigger orbit than I thought. Let's say 6, 7, 8, 9. Boop. There we go. All right, so I'll get to 500 on the opposite sides. And then we will sit and wait for the asteroid to come to us. Since I'm facing the wrong way, I could probably enable the other engines and just use these. But no, we'll do this properly. Let's spin around very slowly. Ooh. We haven't been doing much activity within the Kerbal system here, so it's a little bit of a different experience to see the actual planet beneath us at this distance versus flying away from it and seeing another planet or something like that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are in about a 500 by 500 kilometer orbit. Just a drop of fuel left in this main stage, but that's alright. But an interesting thing I've learned is that you can set the asteroid as your target before it is actually in Kerbin encounter, and you get this, which is interesting. Like I was afraid, it is going to come in at about a polar-ish orbit. So what I'm going to have to do, first of all, is I should probably... oh, I can probably do that right now. I need to cancel out the ascending and descending nodes to make sure I'm on an equivalent orbit. So that should be easy enough to do. And then I think I'll just have to play around with the you know, the different maneuver nodes that I'll have to keep enabling, then disabling to see when I can get an encounter going. And then I think we will start our trip to this yet-to-be-named tiny little asteroid, and hopefully bringing it into the orbit of Kerbin. Woo! Science! Science indeed.